I found out my wife was pregnant, but I've been sterile since I was 19. The moment she showed me that test, smiling like she was giving me the best news in the world, something inside me just died. I didn't even hear the words coming out of her mouth after that. My ears were ringing. I must have looked like a ghost. She was saying things like, "I know it's sudden, but I just had a feeling," and "It must have been that weekend we went to the cabin," like she had it all figured out. But I was barely standing. You see, when I was 19, I had a medical condition, testicular torsion. Doctors said the damage was severe. They told me bluntly that I couldn't have kids naturally. I went through all the tests. I did the follow-ups. It wasn't just a maybe. It was a fact. And I never hid that from her. When things got serious between us, I told her. I remember sitting on the couch, holding her hand, telling her everything. How I always thought adoption would be our path if we ever wanted kids. She cried. She kissed me. She said it didn't matter. That love was bigger than DNA. I believed her. Fast forward 5 years. We're married. We have a decent life. Nothing extravagant, but we're stable. We laugh. We cook together. We go on weekend trips. And I really thought we were good. Until that damn test. The thing is, I didn't explode. I didn't accuse her right away. I just froze. I nodded. I played along. I said I needed time to process. And that night, while she slept next to me, I stared at the ceiling in silence. I was replaying every single moment of the last year. Every girl's night. Every late meeting. Every time her phone was face down. It all started clicking. So I went to my doctor. Quietly, I asked for a full workup. And guess what? Same result. 0% fertility. No change. No miracle. No mistake. This baby wasn't mine. Couldn't be. That's when I started digging. I checked her phone when she was in the shower. Nothing obvious. But there was this one name that kept coming up in her texts. Megan. Thing is, I know Megan. That's her coworker. They've never been close. But they were texting all the time. Middle of the night. During work hours. Even while we were on vacation. So I did something I never thought I'd do. I messaged Megan from a burner account. I pretended to be someone else. I said I knew about the pregnancy, and I just wanted to know the truth. And what do you know? Megan spilled it all. Turns out, my wife had been sleeping with her manager at work. For over a year. Business trips? They weren't real. Late nights? Lies. Megan covered for her more times than she could count. But when I brought up the pregnancy, Megan panicked. She said she thought it had stopped months ago. That my wife promised it was just a fling. A fling that ended with a baby. I felt sick. But I still didn't confront her. Not yet. I needed more. So I hired a private investigator. He followed her. Took photos. Got proof. And when I had everything, I printed it out. The messages. The photos. The paternity report. The timeline. Then one night, I sat her down. I didn't yell. I didn't cry. I handed her the folder and watched her face fall. She tried to lie at first. Said the doctor was wrong. Said there were miracles. But when I showed her the photos, the texts, the truth, she broke down. She begged. Said she was scared. Said she didn't think it would go this far. That she was lonely. That she wanted more. That I wasn't enough. And you know what? I stood up. I said nothing. I left the house and never came back. Now I live in a one-bedroom apartment across town. The divorce papers are in motion. I'm rebuilding. Slowly. Quietly. Sometimes I sit and think about what could have been. What we planned. The life I thought I had. But then I remember, I never really lost anything. Because love built on lies isn't love at all.